For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Focus program. Nice to have you along. We've got some very nice guests lined up, as we always try to do each and every week. But let's begin with some friends from the Marine City Area Chamber of Commerce. Erica DeLang, their executive director.
Yes, hello.
You brought along a big crew today.
I did.
What's going on?
I did. Well, we wanted to congratulate you as
Oh,
being chosen as our Spotlight Member of the Month
Well,
for
thank you.
October. You're
Thank you.
welcome. So our board president, Wendy, has a beautiful plaque for you.
well, Wendy, you're going to make me stand too? Okay, the envelope, please.
Thank you.
And this says Spotlight Member of the Month, CTV Community Television. Well, thank you, Wendy.
welcome.
Thank you very, very much. It's always a pleasure to have Erica come in with many of the members of the chamber and talk about what's going on, because there's so many wonderful things going on in Marine City.
Yes, well, we have our lighted Santa Parade coming up in November. We're just coming off of Pumpkin Palooza, as you know. Last year we unofficially broke the record. This year was just for fun, so it was a great event last Saturday. But our lighted Santa Parade is Tuesday, November 20th.
That parade is, we've been covering it for eons.
Right.
It's just a hometown parade. It's just a wonderful, cute parade.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
It kicks off Christmas.
It does. It kicks off the holiday very well, and it ends at 300 Broadway with Santa Claus and hot chocolate, and it's just a nice start to
Cool.
the holiday. Yeah,
Real cool.
really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and thank you for always coming out and videotaping that. for
Well,
us. It's a
you know,
wonderful
some
thing.
years it's freezing and rain
Yeah,
and
last
cold.
year.
It was terrible.
Last year was very cold.
And other years it's 80 degrees, but
Right,
it's
right.
worth it because it's worthwhile. And it gets, I think like the guys in the tractors come. I mean, it's just you got what 40, 50 units probably.
Yeah, right around there. Yeah,
Each
we usually
year?
get a really nice
Nice
turnout.
turnout.
Yeah, very
Okay.
nice turnout from
All
the
right.
community. And then Maritime Christmas is December 1st, the first Saturday of December, and that's a big citywide event
Yep.
from 10 to 10. Not only will we have carolers in the streets and surprise giveaways, little Christmas trees decorated. I know Cheryl here was with us from H&R Block. She's one of our board members. She usually dresses up as a Christmas tree and hands out gifts along the street. And
I thought you wore that all the time.
well, Christmas Cheryl, we'll call her.
We've seen her on other times.
Yeah. We weren't going to share that, but then our local businesses. Wendy has the Lazy Llama in town, and
Yep.
a lot of the local stores will have giveaways that day and beverages and appetizers and things to entice people to come in and check out their stores. And it's a great time to Christmas shop and check out Marine City.
And there's a big hot dog event going on
Yes.
the same day normally.
At the banquet center,
Yeah.
yes, the Joe Dog.
The
yes,
Joe Dogs,
with
and they
old
raise money
newsboys.
for the Marine City Old Newsboys.
Yes,
So
they do. Yeah.
It, again, another community active day that
Yeah.
just gets everybody out, has fun.
Absolutely, it's a great time. It's a great time.
Cheryl, talk to me about, you've been on the board you were president, I think, a year or two ago, weren't you?
Yeah, last year Wendy became president. I've been on the board this time for, I think, 5 or 6 years. And several years before that, I was on the board also. So
You've been active in chamber, and you've seen the good things that it does for businesses and does for the community.
Absolutely, and we've got such an active chamber, and since
Yeah.
we got Erica, it's just blossomed even more. But, we have a great board now, too. A board that's very active and wants to be part of the community and the events that's going on.
If I've got a business, how big of an area is the Marine City Area Chamber? And I guess my question is, who can become a member? Maybe one of the...
Oh, anybody can be a member. We have members in Chesterfield, Port Huron, Richmond, everywhere. I tell businesses, if you want to market in our area, join the chamber. That's your best fit. So join your local chamber. I always encourage them to, support their local chambers as well. But if they're looking to tap into our area, definitely join our chamber.
Okay. Christine McNabb, North Star Bank. Too many Norths in my brain. North Star Bank. You've been involved in this chamber for a long time.
Yep.
You're the treasurer, right?
Nope, I'm not the treasurer of this one.
Oh.
I was vice president last year, but then I think I've been on the chamber probably as long as Cheryl, maybe. But yeah, it's been a good fit. I'm from Marine City, so I really enjoy being a part of this.
And the
helping the
bank
community.
is normally in the parade, too.
Yes, yes, we are. It's a great parade, so
I already got confirmation that they will be in the
Oh,
parade.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
yes.
And Wendy, you've had Lazy Llama now for 2 years?
Yeah, it was 2 years in March.
2 years
so
in
we're
March.
Actually, yeah. Yep.
And you became president of the chamber. What are your thoughts about this chamber?
Well, you know what? First of all, it's a great organization, and that Erica is right. If you wanna get get the pulse of the community, and especially the business community and that kind of thing, then yeah, you do need to join the Marine City Area Chamber of Commerce. I mean, pretty much anytime, if you have a question or anything, or about something or about a business or whatever that in the area, you can contact Erica, and Erica's going to be able to tell you, give you some more information, and if she doesn't know, she's going to find it out for you.
Quickly.
So yeah. I mean, and as a group, we really try to support our businesses. We're gonna start working on that actually a little more. We're gonna start working on some goals, so that we have a little more of a focus as to how we can really help, and kind of our businesses that are chamber members, and let's kind of mesh together everybody, so
That's a
that
great idea.
we become a bigger organization together.
Great.
There's power in numbers, so.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So you take manufacturers as well as retailers?
Correct.
And
Yep,
restaurants,
Yep.
and funeral homes,
funeral homes,
and a little bit of everything.
whatever,
And
retail,
even banks.
self-employed.
And banks,
Even banks.
Yeah,
Yep.
self-employed, we just picked up a couple too, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
Yeah, self-employed,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, let's hold this up to the camera.
Okay.
Let's see, I'll come around this way. And let's see if the guys can, Peter, or which camera we got this on? Ben, can you get a shot of this? Wake up, Ben, over there in the corner. There you go, Ben. Keep coming in.
Yes, you get to
This is
display
quite an
it.
honor. We've never received an honor like this.
Oh, well, I'm so glad we were
Yeah.
able to give that
Yeah.
to you. Congratulations.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yes.
And
So you get
we'll
to-
wear this proudly for the month.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you for everything you do. We
Well,
really appreciate
we
it.
enjoy it, and it's all part of our mission too, is to make things happen in the community, and
Wonderful.
we love what we're doing. So, thank you all for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
the
for having
support,
us.
and we'll see you at the parade.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Back with our next guest in just a second. Very important information coming from a group up in Port Huron that covers the county, covers the bigger area than the county, is the Visiting Nurses Association and Blue Water Hospice. And they happen to have a new president and CEO who's joining us today. Whoops, as I push all her papers around. Angela Dallaire, welcome to the Focus In. Nice to see you. Nice
Thanks,
to
Paul.
meet you.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul, for having me today.
Talk to me about you. You have been quite a medical background, starting with Beaumont Hospital, I think, in the pharmacy.
Yes, inpatient pharmacy. 15 years I worked at Beaumont. My career went from the pharmacy to hospice operations
Really?
to oncology. And I ended with family medicine, then I had come across this great opportunity right in our community.
But all the while you were at Beaumont, you were still living here in St. Clair County.
Yes, I commuted every day.
Wow,
Yes.
what a warrior. You were a road warrior, road warrior. So an opportunity became available from Visiting Nurses and Blue Water Hospice, two great organizations. Talk to me about where they are today and what the future is going to bring for them.
So in 1952, the VNA started. And then 30 years later, 1982, Blue Water Hospice started.
A lot of numbers there. That's
Yes.
confusing.
Well, 30 years later, the Blue Water Hospice Home opened.
Okay.
So we've had a milestone every 30 years.
Okay.
So in 2017, we celebrated 65 years, 35 years, and 5 years. So this year, we're at 66 years.
That's
We've
where
been around.
It does get confusing.
Yes.
But
Yes.
those are all important dates that have really affected so many hundreds and thousands of people
Yes.
in the Blue Water area. Talk to me a little bit about what do visiting nurses do?
So we have 5 service lines with VNA and Blue Water Hospice. We have the home health care, and then we also have private duty,
Okay,
and we also have the adult day program.
okay,
So home health is the care that we provide in the home. Adult day program is on site at the Military Street,
okay,
our main office. And so that program is geared towards Alzheimer's and dementia patients. And so they come on a daily for, it's a very active group. It's to help with their motorized skills and memory. And they take walks, pet therapy comes through, music therapy comes through. It's just a really great group.
That location is right near the YMCA, so it's you're close to downtown.
We are.
You're on the south side of the Black River.
Yes.
In a very distinguished building that's been there for a long, long time.
Yes. Soon to be 100 years old in a few years.
The building
from now.
is?
Yes,
Wow.
almost there.
And we go back to numbers again. So go ahead, don't let me interrupt you again.
That's okay. I want to remind everyone that we are a nonprofit, and we serve 4 counties. So
You do? Okay.
all of St. Clair County, southern Sanilac County, eastern Lapeer, and northern Macomb County.
All the way over to eastern Lapeer.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So we're able to expand our services.
Yep.
So our mission at VNA is to provide high-quality, cost-effective health care through the short-term, long-term, and end-of-life care.
Okay. And that's such critical care. I mean, it's so difficult for people near the end of their life, and the families are so affected, and they need some support.
They do. And to be part of someone's family at end-of-life care is truly an honor. We have a beautiful hospice home right here in Marysville, in Marysville,
right.
And it's a true gem. It's a gem to the community. The community has funded it, and they own it. It's off the beaten path, but that's kind of on purpose. It's very private. It's very quiet. It's beautiful. It's very unique for a hospice to have an inpatient unit, so we are very fortunate in our community to be able to provide that.
You guys got a lake?
We have a pond, so it's
Pond?
a two and a half
Okay.
acre pond there.
All right.
Altogether is about 33 acres. So it's very secluded and very quiet for the families. And it's nice to have the patients come in there for the family, for the respite relief. So
Right.
giving the caregiver that the end part of life, that quality time.
One of the things that I've learned over the years about that facility, which I thought was pretty unique, was that the patios, there's a patio for every room,
There is.
and you can take the bed, the hospital bed, right out onto the patio. That's pretty cool.
Yes, yes, it is. We have a very strong volunteer base. And so we have a lot of volunteers in the home just to come visit and take patients for a walk, whether they're in a wheelchair or they're in their bed. They can go right out that window. They have a view of that pond from their pillow, but it's nice to be able to take them outside.
Pretty cool. Talk to me about volunteers, where you mentioned that you brought that up. Is it an easy thing to become a volunteer?
So there is a training, so they can reach out to us. We have about 60 volunteers. We have 130 employees, and we have about 60 volunteers.
Okay.
And so there's a training they have to go through, just to make sure that everyone is.
Yeah, it's probably not easy to volunteer at a hospice home. Probably a great loving thing.
Yes, it
But you
it pulls on your heartstrings. That is for sure.
Right. You'd have to be conditioned to be able to give love.
Correct, and we train for that
Okay.
purpose. And a lot of volunteers that come to us have a passion for end-of-life care, maybe experienced a loss of a loved one in our
Yeah.
care. We have some volunteers that have been with us for over 30 years. So it's
Wow,
very,
that's pretty cool.
I know, some of our employees over 30 years as well.
That's wonderful.
So it's been a great organization in the community for quite some time, and it's really important to me to be part of it now. It's
Okay.
very nice.
Let me get you back on your
Oh, that's okay. I wanted to just mention, all the care that we do and all the care that we're able to provide to our patients, our community, we would not be able to do that without our community partners. So I wanted to make mention, we have 5 community partners.
Okay.
Area Agency on Aging, Commission on Aging, Community Foundation, St. Clair Community Mental Health, and then United Way.
They're all great organizations in their own right,
Yes.
but together helping you is make it even stronger.
Yes, and with the 5 of them and ourselves together, we've provided, in 2017 alone, just shy of $930,000 worth of charity care.
$930,000 worth of charity. That's a big, speaking about numbers, that's a big number.
I am a numbers person.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
That's a super number.
yeah.
Okay.
So we do have a Facebook page, so please take
Okay.
take a time to like us on Facebook, and you'll see all the activities happening.
And-
Sometimes you'll see Mindy singing. Mindy's our
Okay.
music therapist, and our animals through pet therapy.
And then you have a web page too.
Yes, vnabwh.com.
Okay, the two of them. But basically, you would like to, if people have not seen your facility, the doors are open. You'd like to give them tours and let them see exactly what you do and what a beautiful, serene, wonderful location that is.
Yes, please come by anytime at the hospice home. You're welcome to tour.
It was such a nice donation originally, and I can't remember the gentleman who did it, but I think it was part of BTM that owned the property, and I don't remember all those details, but
I do want to share that it was Dr. Schaudi's dream to have that.
yeah, that was it.
Dr. Schaudi's to have that hospice home. So it was. It's very nice to be able to deliver his dream.
Right. Okay. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank
Good
you.
seeing you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we got a fellow by the name of Brian Moss, and Brian is going to talk to us about some singing, community sing. We'll be right back with Brian in a minute. We're back with a friend.
How do you do?
Friend for a long, long time, Mr. Brian Moss. You're looking good, my friend.
Thank you. Thank
Nice
you.
to see you.
It's good to be here.
Sasquatch is alive and well.
Yes.
Tell the world what Sasquatch is.
Sasquatch is a singing vocal group called Voices in Harmony. We started as a barbershop chorus for the sesquicentennial.
Yeah, that was it. 150 years.
Yeah, and I wanted to do it because my father was in a barbershop quartet for our centennial
Oh my
in
God.
1958.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it was a fun thing, just
Yeah,
an
yeah.
add-on to the program. So that's what we did. When it got over with, the guys said, you know,
Let's keep singing.
we're having fun. Can we
Yeah.
keep doing this? Yeah, sure. So we took the name Sasquatch, not Sasquatch, because nobody messes with Sasquatch.
Right.
But this was our code name for the sesquicentennial for those of us who worked on the committee.
Right.
So we called it the Sasquatch. So that's how we got it.
That's how you got your name.
Since then, we've just been around singing every chance we get. Every Monday evening, 5 to 7, we're down at the Voyager bar.
Okay.
And we just sing for a couple hours and
Yeah,
have a good old time.
Good time.
Yeah.
All right. Bring me up to date on what's going on.
Well, Theater Guild just 2 years ago celebrated our 50th anniversary, starting in 1967. When we started in 67, we were almost the only game in town, okay? Other than Port Huron Little Theater, which had started just ahead of us. We were the only place for the citizenry
Right.
to participate in theater. And we kept it up for 50 years. But in the last few years, there's been so much. Theater has so
it's
expanded.
exploded.
Yes,
Exploded.
exactly. And
Which is wonderful.
oh, it is. It's fabulous. But it makes it hard to pull in 50, 60, 70 people to put on a major musical.
Right.
So we've got to kind of rethink ourselves and what we're going to do. And what we're looking to do is for the 2019-2020 season is do a series of small plays.
Oh, okay.
And,
Okay.
and they'll be done in smaller venues.
Okay.
The Country Club, KSC.
Like
you
dinner
know.
theater kind
Yeah,
of thing.
right. And so in the meanwhile, we've been just trying to keep our hand in. We, of course, have a float for the Santa Parade every year.
Yep.
Sasquatch sings on it. And every spring, we've been having a Dueling Pianos
Right.
fundraiser.
That's a fun party night.
Yes, it's a very good night. And it helps our scholarship fund
Yep.
to build. And so that's sort of where we're at right now. We've just added new board members, younger board members, if that matters.
Right.
We have a new president, a name that you're familiar with, Tom Kephart.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and
Thomas.
he's known up and down the river.
Yes.
Here. After nearly a decade at the college, drama. Now he's footloose, so
Right.
he's come back to where he started, actually.
That's correct.
And so we're looking at bringing in new people, younger people.
Good.
More programs.
And he'll have a lot of enthusiasm and drive to it.
He does.
And experience.
Yeah.
Experience. He's done a
He's
lot
got
of plays at the college.
A lot of plays at the college.
So.
And so we're finding new things to do, and this is one of them right
Okay,
here.
Matt Wotruba is a name of a wonderful radio announcer from WDET who had a weekend show, I believe, a country music show.
It was folk music.
Folk
Folks
music
Like
show.
Us was
Yeah.
the name of the
Folks
program.
Like Us, right.
Yeah.
And he's got a tremendous radio voice.
Yes, he does.
Better
He's got
than yours and mine.
He's got a tremendous voice. Period.
Right.
Right now, he's since he left DET, now he's at WKAR
Oh, in Lansing.
in Lansing on Sunday evenings, I think it is, 6 to 8, I believe.
Okay.
But he also is associated with the Sing Out magazine.
Okay, I've heard of it.
You've heard of it? It was formed in the early 50s. Pete Seeger was a part of it, et cetera, et cetera. And he was writing for them and stuff like that. And in a conversation he had with Pete Seeger, Pete said, "You know, the most important thing I do is get other people to sing."
Okay.
You
All right,
know,
right.
that's,
Yep,
and that's the best part of it.
Pete Seeger did that very well.
Yes. Well, and he got Matt to promise that he'd try
Carry
and
it
put
out.
together a year of community singing groups. And Matt took up the challenge, and he's got several of them in the, I think it was Farmington Hills and Ann Arbor and Belleville. I don't.
A number of places around the state.
Yeah. And what they do is they get together once a month, and for an hour and a half, sing.
Good.
It's not a performance.
Right.
We're not looking for professional singers. We're not even looking for perfect
Maybe
singers. We're
somebody
just
like
want.
me, loud and off key.
That's fine. We can make that work. But the idea is just it helps a community to pull itself together when you've got
Right.
things like this. This
Right.
is not the only thing, but one of the many things. And so what we've done is we've set up our first two community sings, which will be November 15th and December 13th. They'll be held at the library,
Oh, okay.
and they'll be, like I say, an hour and a half. After the first of the year, I think we're going to have a regular spot on the third Thursday of each month.
Okay.
And what happens is we bring in a song leader, and they
That's a cute idea.
pick out 10 songs or something
Yeah,
that they want to teach. And we all sing them and, have a good time. Now, our very first one in November is going to be with Ray Gover
Yeah.
and Bill, and I can't think of Bill's last name right now. I'll be shot later. But the two of them are going to put together a song section for the 15th of November. Kim LeDuc is going to play piano, and we're all just going to sing carols
Good. Good. Oh, that'd be
December
fun. Yeah,
13th.
yeah.
But to kick this all off, we've got this concert with Matt Wotruba. He's down at the First Congregational Church. They've generously offered to let us use their facilities.
It's October the 19th at 7 o'clock, and the 19th is what day of the week?
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday, okay.
And says grateful thanks to St. Clair Rotary. Well,
Yep.
St. Clair Rotary Music Committee has paid for Mr. Wotruba's concert. So that's
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, it is. It's terrific.
There
And
might be a fellow with the name of Swain or Swine or Sween.
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Some name like that might be involved in that committee.
Well, I heard he was.
He was, yeah.
But Matt will.
Bob does a great job.
Oh yeah, Matt will do quite a few songs of his own or of his own repertoire, but then he'll do quite a few sing-along songs and help us to announce the idea of the community sing.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, It's
So we
exciting.
got-
I think it's fun.
We
you
got
know.
3 dates, then the 19th is free to the public.
Correct.
The other dates are probably free also, and the other
Everything's
dates are
free.
the November
November 15th,
15th and December,
December 13th,
are both at the library.
both at the library.
And at 7 o'clock?
No, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
At the library, because we got to get out of there earlier. And Jim Block just put an article in The Voice
In The
this
Voice,
week with one caveat for that. I had said to him that we were going to be at the library, but then if we had too many people show up, we'd have to move to the community center. Well, he just said it was a community center.
Oh, but it's the library.
We'll get the word out, you know. And we're looking forward to it. And Julie Aliff at the library is behind us, 100%.
But the first one is October 19th, 7 p.m., first congregational, absolutely free, just a fun evening, a Friday night.
It will be. It'll be.
Moss, keep the singing going in the
Oh, yeah.
community, buddy. You've
You
been doing
betcha.
a good job for years. So.
Thank
and
you.
Mr. Swain certainly helps us all along in many, many things. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingham. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingaman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.